All right, guys, this is the third place match for the Phil's 500 and under 9 ball, $220 entry. So yeah, there's some money here, guys. This is a big match for these guys. Jeff Esteban lost the Aussie to Duck Hunt. And JD CANTU has been battling his way back on the B side. Let's see here. Where did JD? Oh, actually, JD lost to Duck in the 6 match on the A side. Battled back 2 matches and has found himself in the 3rd place match. All 3 players are, I believe, in JD minus 1. Yep, JD is only in the top 3, so he's guaranteed 3rd place in the 23. The other 2 are in the winner take all, not quite guaranteed. And we're on. I believe this is off the break. If it's not, it's because I wasn't paying attention. And yeah. Hyped up over these 3 balls. Where's this ball? Where's the 2 ball gonna end up? He got just come off the top of it and scratch, so we might have to kick it. I'm gonna go back and see the first break. Okay, so Jeff broke first, so I'll try to remember that. So I know who's going to be breaking. I'm going to share this stream really quick. If you're watching, share it. Get some viewers in here. Maybe some participation, I guess you could say, from the chat. Sheldon may have this. Give me buckets. What's up, buddy? What's up, baby? Why didn't you play in this game? You should have. JD, oh, did he play the caramel? He may have been playing like a 2-way, right? When the 4 goes, he doesn't leave the 2 the best, really safe, but I think Jeff will be playing safe here. He's going to try to use the 8, potentially 5, 6, 3 as well as blockers. You could just draw. Could hit this. A little bit of right English to put some. Oh no, let's see. A little bit of left to put some left on the 2 ball, or put some right on the 2 ball. And anyways, draw back here and try to use this wall, but he has sold out. And this is a runnable rack. JD, get yourself above table or above the three right here. He's just gonna play the 3-4 combo. If he had enough of that to really force the cue ball into the rail and up table where I was talking about, I think I like that a little bit better. But now you're kind of flirting with the 6, and you don't really know where the 3 is gonna go after this combo. But I mean, look at that. He hit that absolutely perfect. Absolutely. Got to be more of a percentage player. And that was kind of flirt percentages, a little bit worked out. Joe Stone in the chat, rooting for JD. All right, who's watching? Who's rooting for Jeff? Who's rooting for JD? JD's my boy, but I'm not rooting for anybody. I just want to watch some good food. So a nice little draw shot there for JD. Ended up really good on this spot. You could have easily gone a little too much and had to run away, maybe flirting with that 8 ball. But he hit that great angle forward a little bit. Hopefully give himself a little angle on 6 so he can come across table 7. Almost just jacked up over the feet. He's got angle here, so he can play this a little bit of speed. Come across table with a 7. So this is the shot right here. Okay. I'm starting. Starting over just like that. You try to hold this ball right, like you can get weird. You can roll up on that 8. Potentially roll this way. But I like just a nice, easy stun shot straight across the head. So JD taking the first game and Jeff's break. JD will be breaking here. The 4 ball is a little bit of trouble. The 6 is trouble for sure, but it does play in, I believe, That's really where that 6 played. A couple things that Jeff could do here. He could play a safe, bump this 9. The cue ball, 6-man pocket. He could also pop this, put the cue ball here, pop 2, and try to bump this 9. You just got to make sure you hit it center or on the high side of it so you don't get hooked behind the 6. Get yourself a shot on the board. The 5's trouble too. I mean, a couple problem balls here in this rack. That's a great shot, confident shot for sure. You're not really taking that shot unless you feel confident in your straight. So the 6 must. Oh, him for the combo. And gave JD a piece of it. Potential bag. I don't know what kind of reward you'll get with this bag. I don't know where the 6 goes. I might give it to somebody. Oh, it looks like the 6 goes pretty clean in this. It doesn't look like it. Looking at the table, it looks pretty good. And JD, pretty big shot. Where's this cue ball? JD might try to cross this 6 ball. I would not be surprised.
Come on, baby.
So half Nick's folks says he's ready to come in for the B side of the final. I asked him, oh, look at this shot. Look at this shot. What I tell you, folks, he said I would not be surprised. 6 ball. Great shot, baby. This 80 side. Left table just a touch. A little better position. Potentially take a 2-0 lead. Yeah, I don't know if I've got this far, but I asked Patrick if he was going to commentate out until the tournament. And he said it depends on how entertaining you are. Put me on the spot. Trying to make it fun for you. No, oh no. Yeah, Doug was on earlier on the match before, and we were talking about swings and mashes, right? Scratching that, the potential to take a 2-0 lead, now make it 1-1, like it's a completely different game, right? Early on, you have 2-0, right? A little bit of pressure on you, you can come back in the game. So an unfortunate roll there for JD. Yeah, that was a sick out too with that cross bank on that 6. Man. Yeah, man, this pool, bro. It's a brutal game. Jeff S.
What's up, Zach Zager?
Oh, Patrick Nix. Hey, do you think he's gonna go for that 9 here, or is he gonna try to get shape on the 2? Because I don't know. I'm coming out, but small window to get on.
Yeah, stab at the 9. Why not? Let's go.
Why
It's early
not?
in the rack. It's late, man. Let's get this thing going.
And he got shape on the 2.
Ride the 9.
I don't know if you saw what just happened, but JD had a sick out. As you can see in the chat, Paul says sick out. Okay, great out. Came over here, here, somehow scratched.
I did not see that.
Yeah, so it would have been 2-0, and then it's 1-1 now. So that's where we're at.
Okay, thanks for catching me up.
Yep.
I was just watching. I just finished watching the 4th place match. Oh, look at that 9-ball go! There's talk about riding the cheese there. Man, I gotta watch that back on the YouTube. Look at this Evo highlights right here. It almost looked like he was firing at this. It clips off the rail, off the 5, and puts the 9 right in the corner pocket.
Honestly, after watching that a second time, it kind of looked like he was going for that because he hit that 2 like dead square.
Right, and look where the cue ball ended up too. Cue ball ended up down on the rail.
That is,
yeah,
that's something else, man. So yeah, like I was commentating earlier, and we were talking about like swings of events, swings of matches. And,
yeah.
Jamie had the opportunity to go 2-0, and now it's 2-1. Jeff.
Exactly. A lot of times, especially in these short races, there is a pivot point where it's not quite like point of no return, but it just swings the momentum so much. And momentum swings are so much more exaggerated in a short race. Good break. 1 ball is available.
Yeah, what kind of angle does he have?
Yeah, he has the wrong angle to get him to the 2, so he's going to have to hit this really hard to stun it off that side rail and back enough so that it passes the 8.
I don't know if you can really stun it off that side rail. Like, that's pretty straight. I think you might have to play this forward. Maybe run into the score or ahead of it, but you've got to watch out for clipping it because you can scratch.
Yeah, I don't like going forward because that 4 ball is huge. You're going to either get stuck there on the rail or you're going to go into the pocket.
Honestly, this camera angle is kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, I think he's got enough to stun it off the side rail and out. So he did go forward.
He kind of did a little mix of both.
Yeah. Came out nicely.
Jimmy Buckets.
It's fortunate that he put that 4 there as well, because it makes this transition much easier. Jimmy Buckets says he missed so bad he slopped in the 9.
Yeah, I don't know, Jimmy. He hit that pretty square. Obviously, it's not a controlled 2-9 combo, right?
Right.
I think that was the idea.
Yeah. There's only one person in the world that knows if he was actually trying for the 9, and that's him.
And even if he says, I was, he never really.
Well, it depends on if you trust the guy or not, right? Oh, who do we have in the chat here? We got Paul Marquez, Secrets in the chat. What's up, guys?
That's a good way to look at it. Well, I never really thought about it that way. Like scratching generally costs 2 games. That's a good way to look at it. Really help your mindset to really avoid scratches. Obviously, we don't want to scratch, but just knowing how much it can really affect the match.
Tell you, I like Jeff's style of play. He's got good control. Seems to be in control most of the time. Well, oh, that's why I said that. Sorry, Jeff. I commentator cursed him, but then the pool gods gave it back.
It's kind of like a mix of both. Like, we'll give you that, but we're going to tie the 8 up.
Yeah, the pool gods said we know that was Patrick's fault, so we're going to give it to you anyway. But he did tie up the 8 ball now. So what are we looking at, Zach? Are we going to try to roll forward to that side rail and then play a safe on the 8?
I don't know what kind of angle he has. If he
Yeah.
has the 8, I'm just going for the breakout, man. I mean, you can also...
Nice.
You could also just play that song. Try to get yourself somewhere here and maybe bank that 8 up table and try to hide the cue like a stun follow and try to hide the cue ball behind the line. But I mean, there's a bunch of things you can do.
Yeah, pretty steep back cut. And he's rattled it. And those are the swings that we're talking about. And this one swings to JD's way.
I think JD's going to have to kind of cut this ball in and just come up table. I don't think you can really do too much. I think you're going to play this like outside. I don't think you have enough to really come to this part, right? You're kind of coming sharp. So I think just cutting it, playing it up table. 2 rails and he got fortunate roll right there.
Yeah, he hit that at the speed to where he was going to always have something, even if he was not accurate.
Right. Yeah, I try to do everything I can not to move balls around it. You know, right. I don't need to. Like, I'm looking for clean shape because you don't know what's going to happen.
Right. I like the time that he's taken. This is a really important shot. A chance to go 2-2 instead of 3-1 the other way. A big swing this ball. And it looks like JD's been getting lessons from Paul. That's pretty cool, man. That'll help. And this is a testament to Paul's teaching abilities and coaching abilities. Is the guy's in a high dollar tournament and gunning for big money on the finish line. 3 players left.
No way. No way.
Well, what's he going to end up with? Yeah.
Kind of shot that JD had in a sense. That's your line. JD's getting a little more distance. A little tighter, but I think he's going to put this in the corner.
All right, Jeff, a chance to take a 3-1 lead now.
Oh!
No good. JD, one more chance. So each player with a missed 9. For the tie, no good. Okay, somebody's going to put that 9 away. Man, the momentum swings are changing on every stroke of the cue, aren't they? And down it goes, 3-1 in favor of Mr. Esteban. And the players are responsible for updating their own scores on the tablets. So the score is 3-1, just hasn't been updated yet.
Yeah, earlier actually, we were warming up for his finals match. We had promoted. Change your score.
Looks like a dry break. 3 and the 6 are tied up a little bit. Not sure if that's a problem or not. Might not be. The 2 is a difficult ball to get some type of shape on. Good shot on the 1. What's he going to have with the 2? 2 looks like it might play in the side pocket. Then maybe safety on the 3. I kind of like that. If you can squeeze the 2 in the side, if that's a realistic shot, I can't really tell how big that pocket is from that angle, but I would put the 2 in the side and then try to hold the cue ball in here. Playing the safety on the 3 ball.
That's good position, really. For the best opportunity to make.
Yeah, you might be able to pocket this 3 actually, back cut it.
Oh yeah, you can make this 3.
Yeah.
This 4 looks like it. If it goes, cool, but if not, it does have the carry. I think if you roll this off the 6 and it sends it. Oh,
He hit it.
I want better shape.
Yeah, he took some risk there with that cue ball. Coming off the 6 at that speed and that angle, you don't really know if you're going to scratch or not. Felt like I would have been happy with a longer 4 and less risk personally. But it worked out great for him.
Couple ways you can tackle this one. You can come 2 rails in the direction of the 6. You can come 2 rails in the direction of the 6 on the side. I don't think that's quite the line.
Yeah, that brings this to the side pocket scratch if you get a little bit too short on it. Okay, you didn't have that line, but that one works too.
I did not have that line.
Coming in between the 8-6. But that looks pretty good. In a good place. The key thing here is to remember that you're going to need a little bit of an angle on the 8 to get over to the 9. So making sure that you play the right shape on the 7 to get yourself that
shape on the 8.
Yeah, the good angle on the 8 to get over to the 9, right? It's all about that.
It sounds crazy, right? Like hearing us talk about like 4 balls in advance, but like that's really what it takes. You really got to understand, like, I need to get good shape on this ball so I can get good shape on that ball. Good shape on that ball.
Well, with this particular run out with those 4 balls, if the 6 and 7 were no problem, it's all about the 8 to the 9 transition. That's really the only thing that you've got to, pay a lot of attention to anyway, or extra attention.
Was he lining that up?
Yeah, if if he's got the right angle on this, I might just stun this cue ball to the side rail so I can play the 8, in this corner over here with some stun and just stun over for the 9. But I'd rather be out in space. Yeah, that's where I like. I was going to draw my circle like around here, a little bit sharper angle, but
I personally, I mean, yeah, where this circle was, I like that. I'm okay
Yeah.
with that. But I personally, yeah, I would have liked to be on this rail and just down there because now he's
yeah, he got a little bit into that flat
it's
zone.
hard to get up, but you can, you can take your medicine and play that 9 down the rail. But you really just want to make sure you make a safe ball too.
Yep, and the less angle you have, the harder you have to hit it to get that shape, right? And the harder you hit it, as we all know. Okay, so it played to the side, no problem.
That's all right.
That kind of fooled me. I didn't really think that the side was a great option from the angle that we were looking at, but
Well, I think this camera angle too has been like, I was looking for this word earlier, deceitful maybe, because there were a couple balls that looked like they were very tied up, but then I peeked past my monitor and saw how much of a pocket it actually had.
yeah. No, Phil's has the arena lights, right?
No, they have limit lights.
Oh, they have Littman lights. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how they say their sizes, but it's like 4 foot by a foot is what it looks like.
Yeah, and the one thing that you notice is that on the live streams, this rail line here, where the rail meets the table, it's hard to see it where it is exactly.
It's clean too.
Yeah, it's clean, but it looks seamless, right? So you can't really see where the rail ends in the table bed.
There's no rail there. Like if you go this way, right, it just goes up.
It's just like a what do they call those swimming pools that don't have the
Yeah, right.
it's like a drop off.
I like that mentality. It won't get tough. I like it.
All right, 3-2. JD with the win of the rack and the break. A couple of misses on the 9 ball in the previous rack didn't seem to affect him. He got out good there, took care of business.
Yeah, you can. Let's break. Shape on the wall.
Yeah. But that's an important.
Afford to like let that get to you, right? Like you gotta, like Paul said, right? You gotta stay tough. He said get tough. You gotta stay with that mentality.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I think it's like, well, it just shows a testament to the character of the player. And some players really get caught up in that stuff more than others. The players that advance and excel faster in this game definitely have the ability, or they learn the ability quicker to forget about that stuff and defuse and move on with a calmer head. Sorry if I'm interrupting you, Zach. I'm having.
Oh no,
your audio is not coming through my headphones that great. So,
well, yeah, I gotta figure out this soundboard, man. Was that better though? I put the microphone in my mouth.
Okay, chose to draw to the other side of the deuce. The 5 ball, I believe, plays to both corner pockets. I'm pretty sure it's got both available to it, so that is helpful. Gives you some options there on what you can do. But the 6 ball doesn't pass the 8, so you want position on the 6, right, somewhere in here, so that you can take care of that 6 pretty easily. You're going 2, 5, 6. That's your position. So where do you get on the 5 to get there on the 6? JD's going to show us. I don't know if that's going to get there. It's going to be hard to get to this window here from where he's at, but it's time to go to plan B. What's plan B, Zach? Where are we going to get shape on the 6? Looks like the only pocket he's got for the 5 here, the only shot he's got is here. How are you getting shape on the 6 ball?
What will the combo look like?
Yeah.
A couple ways you can go from here. You can play on top, try to really push the cue ball. You're floating with that side. You can stun out this way. Try to get
Yeah. Not sure how available that is, being where the cue ball is.
Right.
It's kind of close to the rail right there in the side pocket.
That's what it's going for, though.
So he was realizing that too, and he had to go forward, but I think he didn't put the, wow, holy smokes. How did you end up there? I mean, how? Okay, here we go. I got it. Yep, I was just going to say you can clip that 5 exactly, and you can come and potentially get behind the 9 by clipping the 5. I think that is an option.
Depending on what it looks like I'm almost wanting to just make sure the 5 gets here,
right,
and let the 5 hit the rail, right, and then come up.
Oh, exactly. That you're
Get behind that 9 ball. The 5 could bump that 8, and, pop out, and you could miss the 9.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's more important that the 5 stays behind the 8 than it is the cue ball getting
try to bury that 5 ball. And he didn't hit a rail. That's
no rail. Yeah.
Make sure that the 5 hits the rail.
How many times have we all done that, guys?
So many times.
Jeez, I know. When you're just like, okay, I just want to move it an inch, and it goes a half inch, and you don't hit the rail. It's like, damn. I only had to go 1 inch.
Oh, he wants me to go watch a hit. And we'll be right back.
All right. Zach is going to be the referee for this. Coming in to watch the hit. We also have video replay. Yeah, Paul, you're right. I think even with the ball in hand, still not easy to get out of this. Might play another safe. So he just banks it out of there. I was thinking maybe playing the same safety that was just attempted, but do it by hitting the rail, hitting that 5 ball again, bring the cue ball out. I don't think Zach was needed for that hit. He went pretty full into it. Well, Zach, I was thinking that he should have played the safety right back on that shot.
Yeah, I did take a peek. I did take a peek at the 5. It did go.
It did go?
It did go. You could play it off of the point and fall right in. So I will say I did get a close-up look.
Yeah, I mean, but he also had the safety opportunity as well. He could have played the exact same safety that JD tried to play, right? But successfully hit the rail, and then, you got him stuck.
Right, especially with ball in hand too. Like you can really, because you're talking about if you have that angle, you can play that shot.
Yeah.
Ball in hand.
So Jeff goes rail first into the 5, and this is going to be what we call a sellout. I would refer to that as a little bit of a sellout here. It looks like JD has the opportunity now to tie the score, staying focused on these 5 balls. The path is natural here. A lot of natural lines. Watch out, 7 ball. Okay. Yeah, you like that shot. You've diagrammed that shot several times.
Love that shot.
Yeah.
Love that shot.
You know, if you do the yo-yo drill, right, you'll know, okay, what is the exact spot on the ball that I'm hitting to go straight across, right? And you pull it in from there where you want to go.
The only issue here, though, is getting down to that 8 ball, right? You can use either side of the 8, the top or the bottom. But yeah, there was a guy earlier who had this shot twice in a row, like within 2 racks, and both times he tried to play it this way, and
I was commentating with you.
Yeah. And it just didn't work out both times.
Yeah, that was. I forget now who it was. Okay, so he's used a bit of draw to get the cue ball back. Always risky when you pull that shot off because the side pocket is so big when you're coming across that line.
I mean, your tangent line's here, but I think you can bend this ball.
Right.
I think you have to dig here. Like, I think you have to. Like, you don't really have a choice.
Well, you do have a choice, Zach. You could leave the cue ball right here and take that 8 from there.
You could also play safe from there too. Try to put the cue ball behind the 9.
Yep. Yeah, this is risky, man, because if you don't hit this just right, that cue ball is going to go into the side pocket if it doesn't bend, right?
Well, and these tables have been refelted like a month ago too, so like it'll take the rope.
Right. Yeah, I forget that it's new cloth. You can get it pull pretty good.
Oh, look at this shot.
That was pretty right there. JD CANTU getting it done. That was a pretty shot. He's absolutely perfect.
Yeah, don't take this for granted. Right? Take your time. Right on.
I love it when the players, when I'm remotely commentating the live stream, I love it when the players have their name in giant letters on their back.
Yeah.
It makes it easier for me because if I don't know the players. Yeah. I like this guy's resolve. I like his diligence too. He's not rushing anything. He's taking the same amount of time. Got a good pre-shot routine going.
All right, tied up, baby.
Tied up.
You know us commentators love it. Like this.
Oh yeah, we always want hill.
And then tied, and then hill. Oh man.
And so let's talk about the money here, Zach. What are we talking about for cash for these guys? What is the loser going to walk away with?
Okay, so the loser of this match will walk away with $1,500 from the tournament, and also guaranteed $280 for the side box for top 3.
And this is for third place.
Third place, yep.
Pays $1,500 for the tournament. Wow.
And let's see. Yeah, JD is not in the winner take all.
JD is not in the winner take all pot.
He has to win the tournament to get the winner take all.
I didn't hear that last part, Zach. What was that?
Oh, so JD has to win the tournament to get the winner take all.
Well,
I guess
that's usually how it works. It's winner take all. You have to win the tournament.
well, not necessarily too, because there were 40 players, 37 players actually that fought the winner take all, and 47 players in the tournament. So, I mean, you could take 7th, 8th, and win the winner take all.
So what is the winner take all pot?
So the winner take all pot for money is 1480.
1480 for the winner. So the difference between first and second is going to be massive.
Oh, absolutely huge.
That's going to be an interesting finals. And the finals is race to 6.
That 9 holes line sidewalk. Yeah, I think part of the reason you can't hear me very well, I don't know if it's the headset or the settings on my soundboard, but I also have to talk pretty quietly so the players don't hear me.
I understand that. And then when the other people around you are talking loud, it kind of muffles you out. So it's all good.
There was a guy warming up in the finals, right? Table 1 in front of me.
It's all good. Everybody watching knows that you don't have like a booth with plexiglass and
I did for the Battle of the Beasts, but I went the cheap route and bought the thin one, and it broke.
Oh no way! You actually bought plexiglass to set up?
I bought the cheap one, and it was like $150, and
it broke.
It was like an 1/8 inch plexiglass, so I'm going to the 1/4 inch next time, a full 4x8 sheet, and I'm gonna get hinges that allow it to fold and be flat, so I can store it. It didn't work. It did work. It blocked my voice quite a bit.
Yeah, it's all the background noise. That's just it takes over your microphone.
Yeah, it doesn't. Plexiglass doesn't help the background, but it does help me or my voice from travel.
Okay, so let's get back to the payouts because I'm interested now. What is first pay in the main?
3,500.
3,500, and second pays
2,300.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's an $800 jump from third to second. 1,200. Second.
And so if you win first place and the winner take all, you're taking home around $5K for. And I'll tell you what, for a player that's
the number,
for a player that's under 500, that's a ton of cash to be able to. It's crazy, man. All right, what are we doing with this 6 ball, Zach? I'm watching this rack unfold, but I'm still unsure of what to do with the 6. I don't see a good safety opportunity. You could, if you could get decent on it, you could play off the side of the 6 and play the cue ball up table. But you could also just try to break it out. Oh, he's on the 4. Okay. Yeah, he's on the 4 and then the 5. But I'm just looking ahead to the 6 and saying, what are we doing with the 6 ball? Let's see where he ends up. It's pretty straight. Yeah, that limits his options, doesn't it? I think what you could do is just play a stop shot and hit the 6 just ever so slow, so thin, and just kind of leave it messed up with the 8 and let Jeff come up with something. I mean, okay, so play a stop shot on the 5, so you're sitting here, and then you just basically thin off the 6, bringing the cue ball this way, nudging the 6 forward a little bit, right? Yeah, there's also the carom. I don't know how much of that he has. With the shadow of the ball, you can kind of see the rail here. So I think he's line up the balls. Yeah, it doesn't look too tight because I can see that line. I'm like over here. So it doesn't look too tight for the carom. Okay, he is doing the stop shot. I think he's looking at your first idea, which I think is a good idea now that I keep looking at it, is just hitting that thin and bringing the cue ball up this way, trying to push the 6 inside the 8 a little bit, right?
Yeah, you have to hit it real thin. If you're not worried about, you don't want to worry about like hooking it, right? You just want to mess it up because if you're going to hook it, you just break that up a little bit. You might sell something out.
Right.
So really, just making it difficult for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, is there a window?
I'm about to find out his body language.
Is there a window?
Maybe he is pretty composed.
I think it's really close.
So I don't think there's a window. I think there's a window to maybe hit it, but I don't think he can make it.
You know, isn't that like so tempting when you think, God, I think there's a window. I think there's enough room, because you want there to be enough room.
Yeah, and then you hit a wall.
And you talk yourself into it, and it's not enough room. But you sell yourself on the idea because, I mean, really, what else is there here? Like it has to have. Even if he had the window to the ball, I don't think he could pocket the ball.
Yeah, he wants me to come watch it.
Like, yeah, well, it's going to be obvious, but go ahead. It's going to be an obvious foul if he touches one of either the 8 or the 7 first. But we'll find out. Looks like he's going to try to thread the needle. And I don't know how much reward there's really going to be for getting a good hit here, because I don't think you're going to pocket the ball, and it's possible if you sit it really soft that you could still. He doesn't look like he's hitting it soft, though. He hit the 8 first. Definitely 8 ball moved. Zach makes the correct call, ball in hand. And what are we doing now? CANTU is figuring that out. Good call, Zach. Good call.
All right, check this out. I have some intel.
Okay.
So he could see the 6 one. He did have. I think he may have not something. Maybe he was worried about the 7. I did see that.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time hearing you, but I think I know what you're saying. You're saying that there was enough room, but just barely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So JD be able to just kind of come to the left side of his 8 ball and take it all the way up. Kind of avoid hitting it.
He's got a little inside angle on this 8 ball, which is going to move the cue ball closer to the 9. Just pinch it a little bit. Should be fine. These are ones where the nerves can get you and trick you. And almost did. So he got a little wild with the cue ball. Going to make this 9 a little bit more difficult. Which pocket are you looking at, Zach? Do you like the back cut here, or do you like going to the bigger pocket over here? Yep, me too. I get the point. Yeah. You know, it's amazing how many people like the back cut, but if you look at it, it's harder to see, and it's a smaller pocket. Just because it's a little bit closer by like 2 inches doesn't make it easier. And the 9 ball goes down perfectly. What a great out by JD. Well played rack. Got the safety down, got himself the ball in hand, and got out. So
Yeah, Paul, are you saying, that he should have followed that? Because the last one that was like that, you said draw, and I like draw on that. I think that's what you mean. Because yeah, like Patrick said, like I like pinching that.
well, it depends on the angle, right? If Paul is talking about the 8 ball shot, yeah, it depends on how much inside angle he had. But I felt like it was just a little bit, and just a little nip draw or whatever you call it, a pinch draw would have been fine.
Yeah, Paul, I agree. I did get a look at it from like the in-person perspective, and it was a pretty steep cut from compared to what it looked like on screen.
Yeah.
So I think the draw, I could see why he would talk himself into following, but yeah, I like pinching it. Give it a little bit of draw.
But it's all a moot point because he made the 9 and got on the hill. And what a comeback this has been. JD has won 3 of the last 3 of the last racks, and he's not done. He's continuing.
So this 2 to the 5 is big, and then also the 6 to the 7, because you need to get yourself in a good spot for that 8.
I like the stroke right there, not trying to slow roll anything. That's a sign of a comfortable shooter. He's dead straight, looks like. Maybe a little angle that's going to take him towards a 7, which is bad.
No, not necessarily.
You go forward, yeah. Yeah, you got to go forward and avoid the 5, I think. Come around to the other side of it.
Well, he's playing. Yeah.
In this area.
I don't know how much angle he has. But yeah, both of those are options. It just kind of depends on what you got.
Right. Well, I think with that angle, he has to go forward.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Now he's looking at what it feels. Did you see what he was looking at now?
No.
He was looking at getting the cue ball right here.
Yeah, that's
not bad.
That's the shot I kind of drew up. Yeah, coming.
You know, they say don't get shape when you have shape. Like if you know you can't get to this side easily, then go for the shape on the side pocket.
Just a little bit.
That is not going to get it done.
Actually, now that I look at this, I think that I could draw there. If you could get the cue ball here.
Yeah, if you could draw it to there. Yeah, I thought it had more of an angle that was going to take him to the 7 or 8.
It's kicking.
Kicking for the chicken. No good. And is he going to get stuck behind the 8? I don't think so. What do you think, Zach? You're sitting right there in that line. Does he have room on that 5?
Yeah, I think he can see it.
Because I know you're sitting right.
I'm sitting over here.
Oh, man. Oh, it was table 1 that you were sitting right there.
Oh, yeah. Table 1, I'd be dead straight side of it.
Yeah. So I forget this is on table 2.
Well, table 1, I'm here. Exactly.
We had it. Okay, so now 7 ball is going to be an issue. I mean, 7 ball has been an issue. But what are we doing here?
I'm praying.
God, how big is that 8 ball? I mean,
Yeah, this is a big shot right here.
you've got to be inside this line, right, to get shape on the 7. It'll be on the other side of that line.
Yeah, you can't stop bank shot this.
Right.
I mean, you could bank it with follow, but I think the angle's too steep where you might double kiss it. Great shot.
Okay, this is good. I like the speed. Look at that, man.
Beautiful.
Really good shot.
On that one.
You know, those kind of shots, they go unrecognized a lot of times in rotation. Those are shots that can win you a lot of racks. The speed, and you see how he put it exactly on that second diamond. Oh, look at this. Wow. And a great return.
I think we're going to be seeing the short stick here.
I would imagine so. There's lots of landing room. There's nothing wrong with it, but how, you know, what you're going to have on the 7 after a jump shot on the 6, if you make it.
I do not want to make this.
So are you going to jump to cut it into the rail and try to bring the cue ball back around 2-3 rails back to where it is now?
Potentially, but you have speed, so now you could do something like this, right, where you break that up.
Yeah. I mean, you got to take a chance at some point. You got to take some chances, and right now you're forced to take a chance.
I'm jumping the rail first. That's what I would have jumped for. If I'm going to make it, I'm jumping the rail first.
Okay. Well, he's missed the jump, but made the good hit and doesn't really. I don't think he's too affected by this.
And look at the 9.
Yeah. Wait a second. How did those move on the last shot?
Not that shot, but the one before. Yeah, but he says, I don't want to shoot that either.
No, they didn't. No. I don't blame him. There's no reward to get, you know, the 6 down and be shooting on the 7 without a good safety opportunity or something. You going to play a safety and try to tuck the 6 up there behind the 9? What about if he did that?
He's going for it. Maybe he gets some love on the 9, but I think he's going to go for this.
Oh, man, that's so risky. You're totally going to break it out, man. And then
this is the offense mindset right now. That's what he's in.
Okay, here we go. Fasten your seatbelt. He's made the 9. I mean, he's made the 6.
I'll tell you what I like, though, is I like trying to play that cue ball and hiding it behind that 9. I think that's the smart shot.
I'll tell you what, that was a great shot on the 6. That was really tough to execute that cut shot like that.
So now what? Now I think it's like that shot we had over here, right? You just did it. I mean, now you're playing with a 9 ball, which that's the money.
I don't want any part of this.
I know, maybe did it. Did the same thing.
Oh God, this could go wrong in so many ways.
Oh, he's just gonna roll right up on it. Uh-oh.
That hit the 9 first, and I think that's gonna be a ball in hand. It is.
I don't think the carrot's there though, unless you like hit it dead on. There, but
I don't think that carom's on at all, and I don't think the combo's on at all. I think it's very fortunate for JD that nothing got lined up at all here. I don't see anything.
Watch this. I may slow-mo film it. Because that, like, if he were to come here and try to make the 9, I might pull the slow-mo camera out.
Yeah, they might have you watch the hit. I'm guessing. if he's going to go that close to the 7 or that close to the 9. I don't know. What do you think, Paul? No, Paul's got an idea of what to do here. He's probably the high Fargo in the chat. Well, Jeff was loading up for the bank, and he 2-rails the 7 ball into the corner. And now we've got still a little bit more drama. Does the 8 go in the side?
I want to say that he goes past that.
So he's Z-banked the 7 into the top right corner. I don't know how intentional that was.
But how quickly he lined up on the 8 side, I don't think it goes past that.
Yeah, I don't think it goes past the 9. Otherwise, he would be shooting it in a corner all day long. He wouldn't even consider the side pocket. He doesn't like it. I mean, for two reasons. One, the cue ball's traveling away from the 9. And for 2, it's a small pocket. And he scratches. Oh. Yikes. Man, and that's going to do it. So congrats to JD CANTU for winning this match and going into the finals, right?
Wow, yeah.